Hi everybody, I'm sitting here with Isaac of Sun State Studios. He's general manager here, and I'm going to ask him some questions about our business relationship and what's acquired over the last few months. Okay, Isaac, thank you for taking the time to talk to me.
Definitely.
Appreciate it.
For sure.
Okay, so do you remember your first introduction of Sandy and I as Dieter Designs and how long ago that was?
I sat down with you and Sandy, and your guys' personalities were great. They were on par with creativity and what I wanted to do with the website and the brand, and you guys just made it into this phenomenal product, and I'm happy with it, very happy.
Awesome. So were you pitched prior as far as the site options go?
Probably approached by 3 or 4 different people via email and then some phone calls and some walk-ins, but your approach was different, and so I listened, and it got my attention. If you got my attention, then you were bound to get the attention of my clients if I used you, and that's kind of how I felt. So that's why I decided to set something up with you guys.
Cool. So after we had our initial email sent to you, we had a few minute phone conversation, and then we ended up in the conference room. How do you feel about that conference room process? How that transpired? What came of that?
The energy that you guys brought together and your guys' passion just kind of oozed out, and I saw how focused you were in your work and how passionate you are, and that translates to a lot of the business core values that we have here. It just felt really good, is the only thing I could say. Is it was very comfortable talking to you and Sandy. You guys really had an idea of where you wanted to go. You listened to what Courtney and I brought to the table and what we expected, and it felt really good. It felt like the communication was easy. It wasn't forced. It wasn't like you were trying to sell me something. It was here. We're trying to listen to you to better you guys and to build a relationship, and it really felt like that from day one. So, and it felt comfortable, and Courtney and I left that meeting and we're like, okay, I think we found the people.
So, do you recall receiving the actual proposal after that consultation in the office?
I do. I watched it a lot.
Yeah.
It was a creative spin on walking me through the process in a video. You there talking to me, it was very personal, I felt. You spent time on it for me, and it made me feel like, okay, if you're putting this time in on the front side without even moving forward with me yet, I can only imagine what the process is going to be throughout the process and at the end. So it made me feel very comfortable about moving forward with you guys. And then it was just creative in the spin of there's a countdown, and I kept thinking I got to do something, yeah, or else something's going to happen. And yeah, I kept telling Courtney, what happens when this is over?
At the end of 30 days.
Right, and I just was thinking, man, this is so slick. I need to get him to do something like that for me.
So how did you feel about the overall process of the website development?
You guys were understanding that we're still running a business. Definitely you always followed up with us, keeping us on track. You guys never lost focus. We get here at 4 o'clock in the morning and you started seeing that, so you just started popping up, and I love that. You wouldn't even tell me you were coming and we're getting this done, and you went out there and you guys just took care of it, and I appreciate you guys just jumping into it, because sometimes you need somebody like that to say, okay, I understand what I'm doing, just let go of my ears and let's rock and roll. And
right.
The photography was great. The pictures were great. We set it up, and you guys, you put your spin on things, Shane, and it was just awesome. The guys were receptive. The creative eye that you guys got for pictures and how you display just something very generic as far as construction was awesome, the way you pieced it together. So we're very happy.
Awesome. The initial agreement, and this is important for them to understand, the initial agreement we came upon was a bid of about $5,600. We just kept going, we kept producing. The scope of the project, it took on a life of its own and expanded quite a bit, and it exceeded about $12,000. So when I presented to you, well, here's our balance and this is what it looks like, how did you feel about that?
It's something I kind of knew we would be in that range at the end of the day.
Sure.
I think you're going into something to start. Much like my business, you're going to find areas that you're going to either want something done or need something done additional. It wasn't unexpected.
How did you feel about paying the commission in reference to the work provided?
Especially in our business, you get what you pay for, and the end product itself, it feels like we should have spent that. It feels like we should have even spent more, in my opinion. The value's there, the functionality's there, as far as marketability and branding. it's hard to put a price tag on that. And in our opinion, in my case, for Sun State, it was money well worth spending, and it's valuable in itself as it is. It's a brand that we've created for ourselves, and you've helped us create and shape this brand that we've already had. So we're very happy. I mean, the value's there.
So then at this rate, would you say that, so is our relationship over now that the website's done?
Completely over. No, no, it's ongoing. I see us doing business for the foreseeable future. I'd hope that you'd say, hey, check this out, Isaac. I think this could work here.
I can't help myself.
So, in my opinion, no, hope not.
Sweet. Cool. Yep. So here we are to the future. Thanks, sir.
Yeah, pleasure.
Appreciate it.
Yep.
All right.